Hey guys, many of you have seen this young lady all around our office as our Correction of the Month recently. She was Patient of the Week. She's a local business owner. And we wanted to take a moment to share with you a huge milestone that she has hit in her life that we're very excited to celebrate with you. We continually honor her. We don't know how to show her how much we love what she's done with her life. So I want to give you a little bit of a background on what she's been through and where she's at now in life. So this is Nancy.
Hi.
And Nancy, just tell us a little bit about how your life was before you ever knew about chiropractic and what was going on in your life.
When I was 18, I was in a serious car accident. I was thrown into the windshield and suffered some severe whiplash. I started having migraines shortly after that, and I also was having problems with my back. So I did go to a chiropractor at that time, who got my back to a point where I could actually stand again. I was unable to stand for more than like 15 seconds at a time without having some severe pain down my legs. So that did help. I got through that, but the migraines never changed. So the migraines kept getting worse and worse. They would ebb and flow. So I'd have weeks where I didn't have any migraines, and then I'd have a week where I'd have 5. And 2 of those would put me into bed with the door shut, the lights out. I'd be vomiting. And then occasionally I'd end up at the ER because I couldn't get rid of them with over-the-counter medications. My doctor wanted to put me on some migraine medicines. I refused. I don't like medicine. So I continued just to take the over-the-counter stuff. And then I had a serious episode with a migraine where it was called a thunderclap migraine, and it left me with a migraine for about 5 months. I was through all kinds of testing. I went through every MRI you could possibly imagine of your brain. And I'm claustrophobic, so that was interesting. Yeah. But they couldn't find anything. So I ended up at a neurologist down in Pittsburgh at the Headache Center, and she put me on a drug called Topamax. It was probably the most difficult time of my life going through that. The drug played all kinds of havoc with my system. I kind of felt like I wasn't really who I was. My husband said I completely changed. My personality changed. I had anxiety terribly. I couldn't be in a crowd. I mean, when I say crowd, I mean 5 people without him holding my hand. I couldn't go to work every day without him calling me on the phone and saying, you can do this. You can get out of the car. You can go into the office. You can do this. So, and I'd be mesmerized by things like the windmills on the turnpike. If I couldn't drive on the turnpike because I would wreck my car, because all I wanted to do was stare at the windmills. So anything with motion really captivated me. So I went through this process. I ended up staying on the drug for about a year. It did help. I did get migraine relief, went off the drug. That was a weaning process, and my body did not like weaning off of the drug. So I had all kinds of complications from that. And then finally, I was off of it, and I was headache free. And I was like, wow, this worked. This is amazing. And then about 9 months later, headaches came back. Worse this time as far as intensity. I would get headaches where the pain would be somewhere between a 9 and a 10. And I couldn't find anything to give me relief. They gave me all kinds of, I was taking drugs at that point because I just needed relief. They couldn't find anything that worked. So they finally put me on something called nortriptyline. And that is an antidepressant, if you don't know, but it's really not used for that. It's mainly used for migraines. Gave me constipation terribly, and it made me super tired. So I slept really well, but I couldn't go to the bathroom. So that was a problem.
Not fun.
No. So of course then I was taking things to help me go to the bathroom and things to make me not so sleepy all the time. So it was it just was a vicious cycle. And I ended up on New Year's Eve 3 years ago with a migraine that lasted 21 days, and that was on nortriptyline. So she increased my dosage to the maximum dosage, and I still found no relief. I was having 3 to 4 a week, and the intensity was somewhere between a 4 and a 10. So my husband and I sat down and said something like the normal medical community can't help me. There's got to be something out there. So I tried acupuncture. That was actually a relief of many things in my body, not just the migraines. The migraines helped. It did help the migraines, didn't take them away. But it helped the intensity, and it helped my arthritis. So that was good. So I like that. But then the migraines came back. So I tried biofeedback, which is where you completely relax your body and you go somewhere else. And as soon as you think you're going to have a migraine, and that was a complete failure. I don't think I can relax that well.
Well, and I'm going to interrupt you real quick. With your whole story, like we jumped real quick. You were 18, and I know what a lot of people don't know is you have 2 children. So three children. I'm sorry. We always talk about the 2, your daughter and your son. So with that, along your entire history, you raised 3 children and worked and was a wife. The reason I bring that up is I remember the holiday things, and you would say how many holidays you used to miss.
Right.
So I wanted to bring it up mainly because there's so many people out there that suffer from headaches and migraines and have kids. And that's why our heart usually goes out to the moms, because
It's hard.
They have to do both. You have to keep raising the kids, and you have to work, you have to be with your husband, you have to be a wife, and you have to be a mom. So
And try to take care of yourself.
when everything's going wrong.
Right.
So,
and I did everything I thought I was supposed to do. I ate healthy. I exercised regularly. I took vitamins. So I thought I was doing everything right. And finally, I met Dr. Amanda at a Women's Business Network, and she brought up this migraine challenge, and all these bells went off in my head like, what? You can fix migraines? I was like, sign me up.
Yeah.
I literally went home, filled out that application, sent it in, and I think I wrote on there like 100 times, please, please, please take me. Please take me. And she did.
Well, we're excited about it. I think that's the biggest thing I want people to realize is you've literally been through hell and back with these. And I think that's why we get so excited about having these videos and starting to use social media to try to tell people, because probably once a month we have a mom come in with your history and they're younger. And I keep saying, like, I know where you're going to be in 20 years. I know where you're going to be in 10 years. I don't want you to be there. And unfortunately, what she also brought up is the medical system, how they approach it. They're doing their best. They did everything they could to help you have a better life and have less pain.
Right.
But even if the drugs would have worked, the problem was still there.
Exactly.
So that's a big thing that we focus on in our office, is really trying to find out what's the cause of the problem, so that when she's doing great, it's because her body's functioning at 100%, not because we've got a magic concoction that she has to take, and if you stop taking it, you're not going to get the results anymore. Mm-hmm. So let's jump to why we keep celebrating you and why we keep doing these videos, is because you hit a huge milestone right around your birthday.
I did.
And tell everybody what that milestone was.
I am completely drug-free. So I have no more drugs in my body at all. What a huge celebration for me. I've been taking drugs for 34 years of one kind or another. So to be able to live my life without taking a pill every morning. I said, I wake up and I'm like, I don't know what to do. I mean, I don't have a pill to take. I mean, I take vitamins, but I don't have a pill to take. Yeah. So I said to my husband, think of all this money we're saving at Target Pharmacy. They're probably like, what happened to Nancy McFarland?
Right. We know her. Where is she?
Why is she not there? So yes, that to me, it was, my husband and I went out and celebrated it. It was a huge, huge milestone for me. Something that I will continue to celebrate and continue to tell people about.
That's awesome. So how would you describe your life? You described it before, but what would you say, just your overall life? It's not about your health. It is about your health, because I want you to function at your best. But you're a mom, you're a business owner, and your wife. And your grandma.
And I'm a grandma.
So you have to
Which is the best.
How do you feel life is different now than, let's just say, if you had the same life 5 years ago?
There's absolutely no comparison. Living your life wondering when the next migraine is going to happen that's going to put you in bed is not a good place to be. My daughter got married in that time frame, and I was on Topamax. I was trying to help her plan a wedding on Topamax. That was interesting. But just that whole event, I wasn't able to enjoy like I should have, because I was waiting for the migraine. I was waiting for the side effects from the Topamax. So the fact that now I can be a Mimi, and the thoughts of migraines aren't even there. I haven't had, in the last 3 months, I've had one migraine. And I was having 3 to 4 a week. So to me, there's no comparison to my life then and my life now. My husband says I am just a different person. I'm so much nicer to be around. Not that I was mean, but when you're not feeling well, it's hard to be happy.
It makes you a little bit angry.
Yes,
Absolutely.
yes.
Yeah.
And I own a business, and I work a lot of hours, and I still don't get migraines. I play with my grandson. I I pick them up, I take them places, I don't get migraines. I had a little bit of a cold this past weekend, I didn't get a migraine. So it's just that is just a huge blessing in my life.
Well, the biggest reason, again, that we wanted to do this was let other people know, but really just continue to celebrate you because you've put the work in. I know you've made some lifestyle changes, and you've done that willingly, able, and how quickly can I make the next change? So thank you, because you put the work in on your own as well. But we're just really excited for you, and I'm so proud of you.
Thank you. Thank you. I love you guys.
I love you too. Every time I hear your story, I cannot stop crying.